My ranch wasn't just my home. It was my family's legacy worth millions of dollars. Every acre had been legally protected for decades. Then one letter changed everything. I received a construction notification from a pipeline company. The problem was simple. I had never approved any pipeline project. And yet, construction was already scheduled. Less than 24 hours later, construction crews arrived. They claimed they had every legal approval required. Someone had apparently sold an easement across my property, without my permission. That's when I discovered something unbelievable. The easement agreement listed my HOA as the approving authority. There was only one problem. My HOA doesn't own my ranch. The HOA president proudly informed me that they had negotiated a $6 million easement agreement. She said it would benefit the entire community. Then she told me to move my cattle immediately. I immediately contacted the county recorder's office. They confirmed that I was the sole legal owner of the land. No HOA approval should have been sufficient. Something was seriously wrong. County officials began reviewing the easement documents. Within minutes, they found discrepancies. The legal descriptions didn't match my property's official records. The investigation had begun. The pipeline company was shocked. They believed everything had been approved legally. They had paid millions of dollars in good faith. They were now victims of the situation, too. The county sheriff arrived shortly after. He wasn't there to remove me. He was there to protect everyone's legal rights and to determine exactly what happened. After reviewing the documents, the sheriff requested a temporary pause on construction pending legal review. Everyone agreed to cooperate. No one wanted to proceed until ownership questions were resolved. The truth was finally coming. The county immediately opened an investigation into the $6 million easement agreement. Officials wanted to know who signed it and under what authority. The numbers involved were simply too large to ignore. Every signature would now be verified. After reviewing the county records, investigators found something alarming. My ranch had never been transferred, leased, or assigned to the HOA. The official records were crystal clear. The HOA had absolutely no ownership rights over my land. The pipeline company's legal team arrived at the county office. They provided copies of every agreement they had received. They believed they had negotiated with legitimate representatives. No one expected the paperwork to lead to a major investigation. My attorney organized decades of property records. Every deed, survey, and legal document supported my ownership. There wasn't a single document connecting my ranch to the HOA. The evidence couldn't have been stronger. County commissioners scheduled an official hearing. Representatives from every party were invited to attend. Transparency was the county's highest priority. The public deserved to know the truth. During questioning, several HOA board members gave conflicting statements. Some claimed they believed the easement only affected common areas. Others admitted they had never reviewed the property records. The situation continued to unravel. Financial investigators began reviewing HOA accounting records. They wanted to determine how the easement funds were supposed to be distributed. Several financial entries required additional explanation. The audit quickly expanded. County surveyors visited my ranch once again. They confirmed that the proposed pipeline route crossed privately owned land. The easement agreement simply didn't match the official property boundaries. Construction remained suspended. Pending the outcome of the legal review, construction activities were temporarily paused. The sheriff ensured that all parties complied with county procedures. Everyone agreed that property rights must be protected. The investigation continued peacefully. News of the investigation quickly spread throughout the community. Many residents attended the county meeting to hear the facts. Property owners began asking important questions. Trust in the HOA leadership was rapidly declining. My attorney presented official county land surveys before the commissioners. The maps clearly showed that my ranch was entirely separate from HOA-controlled areas. There was no legal ambiguity. The facts spoke for themselves. The pipeline company immediately began exploring alternative options. Their goal was to resolve the matter responsibly. They expressed their willingness to respect all legal property rights. Cooperation became everyone's priority. The HOA president struggled to explain how the easement agreement had been approved. County officials requested supporting documentation. Several important records could not be produced. The hearing raised even more questions. Investigators continued gathering property records, financial documents, and witness statements. The case had become much larger than anyone anticipated. Every new discovery strengthened the legal process. The truth was finally taking shape. 25 scenes into this fight, one thing had become undeniable. My ranch belonged to me, and no HOA had the authority to sell any part of it. The $6 million pipeline deal was now under official investigation, and justice was only getting started. The county's financial audit revealed something unexpected. Investigators discovered that the HOA had already begun allocating funds related to the pipeline agreement. Several financial records raised serious concerns. The audit team immediately requested additional documentation. County attorneys confirmed that no legally valid easement existed on my ranch. Without the property owner's consent, the agreement could not be enforced. My ownership rights remained fully protected. The commissioners unanimously agreed to continue the investigation. The pipeline company publicly stated that it had acted in good faith. Its representatives pledged full cooperation with county authorities. They also expressed their commitment to respecting private property rights. Construction would remain paused until all legal issues were resolved. The remaining HOA board members were growing increasingly concerned. Several members claimed they had never approved decisions involving private ranch property. Internal disagreements quickly became public. The HOA leadership was beginning to lose support. County surveyors completed their final review of the proposed pipeline route. Their findings were conclusive. The easement documents did not accurately reflect the official property boundaries. The legal case was now overwhelmingly clear. County officials issued formal notices regarding potential regulatory violations connected to the easement agreement. The HOA leadership was required to provide additional records immediately. Failure to comply could result in further legal action. Accountability had officially arrived. Standing at my ranch gate, I finally saw the truth unfolding before my eyes. The pipeline project had been lawfully suspended. My land was protected, and the investigation was moving in the right direction. For the first time since this nightmare began, I knew justice was within reach.